All right, today we're diving into something that could be a real game changer for soccer in the Canadian Prairies. We're going to walk through the official blueprint for League One Prairies, a brand new league that's being built from the ground up to elevate the game across the entire region.
So, let me start by asking you a question. What do you think is the single biggest hurdle for elite soccer players in places like Saskatchewan and Manitoba? Well, for a lot of them, it's that the season just stops right when they're hitting their stride and playing their best soccer. And that right there, that's the heart of the problem this new league is trying to solve. It's what's known as the development gap. I mean, think about it, right? The university season, which for many is the highest level of competition, it wraps up in the fall. And then what? You've got this long, quiet stretch where there are hardly any chances to play in high-stakes, truly competitive games. That kind of gap, it just stalls a player's growth and can even force them to look elsewhere to keep playing. So, how do you fix a problem that big? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The answer is coming from a pretty unique collaboration between the Saskatchewan and Manitoba soccer associations. They've come together to build the League One solution. And their mission really is simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. It all comes down to one word: connection. This isn't just about scheduling more matches. Nope, it's about unifying the soccer community across provincial lines to raise the bar for absolutely everyone. And here it is, the official answer: League One Prairies, or L1P for short. So what is it? It's a semi-pro league built on high standards, and it's designed specifically to fill that void. It's meant to be that crucial bridge for players making the jump from top-tier youth soccer to the senior competitive world. But what's so cool here is how they're thinking about the entire soccer ecosystem. It's not just for the players. Of course, it gives university athletes a top-notch league to play in. But look closer. It's also a platform for late bloomers who might have been overlooked. It's a training ground for up-and-coming referees and coaches. And in the end, it's a way to make the university teams themselves that much stronger. Okay, so how do you actually get something this big off the ground? You start with a solid foundation, right? That's what the 2026 pilot season is all about, laying the groundwork for long-term success. So that inaugural season in 2026 is going to kick off with 8 teams. And you can see that interprovincial collaboration in action right from the get-go. 5 teams from Saskatchewan and 3 from Manitoba, all in it together. And let's be clear, this is no casual kickabout league. The commitment to high standards is baked right in from day one. Just look at this number: a minimum of 4.5 hours of team training every single week. That alone tells you everything you need to know about how serious this is. They're also being really smart about how they're rolling this out. For the first couple of years, the focus is squarely on that key university-aged group, with the max age and a few spots for some older, more experienced players. But the long game? The vision is to transition to a fully open age league by 2028, with no age restrictions, allowing for much broader participation. And this idea of growing in phases is a huge part of the whole blueprint. The league isn't just launching and then staying the same. No way. It's designed to constantly evolve and raise its own standards over time. And nothing shows that commitment better than this. Just look at the coaching requirements. They're literally raising the bar every single year. You start with a B diploma in training in 2026, and by 2029, head coaches will need a fully certified A diploma. That ensures the quality of coaching is going to grow right alongside the league. Their accountability plan is just as forward-thinking. Year 1 is all about trust, an honor system to get everyone on the same page and educated on the standards. But by year 2, the training wheels come off. A formal visitation system kicks in with both scheduled and random checks to make sure everybody's holding up their end of the bargain. And they're not thinking small when it comes to expansion either. They're starting with 8 teams, sure, but the plan is to jump to 12 teams by 2028 and then 14 just a year later. That's some serious growth, creating a much more robust league across the region. Okay, so we've talked about the big picture, the long-term vision. Now let's zoom in. What's it actually going to look and feel like on a game day in this league? Well, first off, this requires real skin in the game. Every single team has to put up a $3,000 bond just to participate. And look, it's not really about the money. It's a mechanism to make sure every club that joins is 100% serious, accountable, and fully invested in making the league a success. And the game day itself? It's run like a professional operation. Everything is structured. Everything is timed out.
from when the teams arrive an hour before kickoff to the post-match cooldown. This is not just show up and play. This is the real deal, from start to finish.
The operational standards reflect that professionalism too. Every home game has to be recorded for analysis. Facilities have to have proper change rooms and a dedicated room for the refs. Medical staff have to be on site. And get this, a full crew of 4 qualified officials for every single match. It's these details that really elevate the whole experience. All right, so the blueprint is all laid out. What happens now? What are the immediate next steps? If you're part of a club or just interested in getting involved, you're gonna want to listen up. And things are moving fast. The official rulebook drops on November 5th, which also kicks off the registration period for teams. That crucial $3,000 bond is due by November 30th. Then, in December, all the registered teams will get together to hammer out the final details on the league format and schedule. This is happening right now. So it all comes down to this one big question, doesn't it? The plan is here, the standards are set, the timeline is in motion, the blueprint is absolutely ready. The only question left is, are the Prairies ready for the next level of soccer?